What looks like a beautiful day now wasn't about 30 minutes or so ago. With unseasonably warm weather during the day, a pop-up thunderstorm rolled through and delayed today's game until just after 6 o'clock. But now we are hoping the skies look good to the north, and we've got about an hour 45 window to get in a match between two teams that frankly are good in most every sport they play. Today it's girls soccer as Danville and Tri-West, the battle of State Road 39, makes its way to the ISC Sports Network. Alongside Mark Newman, my name is Greg Rakestraw. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's thank our presenting sponsors for today's game. First of all, our friends from Endeavor Communications. They offer a variety of internet speeds that fit your family or business needs. Surf the internet faster than ever before with internet speeds up to a gig. Go online at weendeavor.com for more information. And by the Old Boys Soccer Club. The Old Boys will be entering year 3 in the Ohio Valley Premier League in 2023. Proud to be comprised of indie-based talent, giving players a chance to showcase their skills on a bigger stage. Keep up with the team at facebook.com/oldboys. That's BHOYSSC. Or follow on Twitter at BoysSC, BHOYSSC. Mark, as always, it is good to be with you. We keep our fingers crossed that the weather will hold because, simply put, we have two very good teams. They have a combined 4 losses on the season, and they're 9-0 combined in Sagamore Athletic Conference play.
Yeah, I mean, this is essentially a conference championship game being played here. 2 Sagamore Athletic Conference foes. You've got a number 7 ranked team in Tri-West, and with Danville, always a competitive program. I think we're going to see some end-to-end action here. I'm excited to see what a player like Abby Sam and another like Kylie Harden bring to this game. 2 big scorers, a number of assists between those two. It's going to be an exciting thing.
A big part of the story for each of these teams is having key pieces that are back from injury. So Abby Sam, returning from a knee injury, she has played in 6 of the 10 matches so far for Tri-West. She has scored 8 goals. But how about this total for Kylie Harden? 8 goals, 15 assists in 10 matches so far this year.
Yeah, I mean, that's amazing. She's either selfless, crafty, or both, and we'll find out.
Now, on the flip side, let's talk about Danville. Danville is led by Maya French, who has 9 goals in 12 matches played. But the key player returning from injury is Shelby Harvey. She is just a sophomore. She has missed time due to a concussion. She has played in 7 of 12 matches for this Danville squad. Mark, she's got 5 assists in only 7 games played.
Yeah, I think what's going to be interesting about this matchup here, and particularly on the Danville side, a lot of their scoring comes from youth. A lot of their focus is going to be in developing play through those younger players. And what's exciting for me is that that doesn't just bode well for this season. We've got them for seasons to come, 2-3 seasons in the future.
Other thing that catches your attention is the fact that, remarkably, the regular season ends next week. We are 2 weeks away from the sectionals. In fact, the pairing show that the IHSAA puts on will be on Sunday night. These two teams are in the same sectional. That sectional is contested right here. So I think both of them expect to see one another again in a couple of weeks. That sectional, by the way, is nothing but Sagamore Athletic Conference foes. It's Tri-West, it's Danville, Wevo, Frankfort, North Montgomery, and Crawfordsville that are in that 6-team sectional. When these two teams got together a year ago, they played to a 1-1 draw. Tri-West won it on penalties 4-2. Mark, we could be in line to see something like that again tonight.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, we're getting to that point of the season where stuff is really beginning to become significant. So we mentioned the fact that this is basically a conference championship game. This is going to be a battle. This will be a battle royale. These are two teams. There's no love loss, I should say, between these teams. A real rivalry.
This is as strong of a rivalry as you will see anywhere in Central Indiana. how these two teams often identify their season. Yes, they expect postseason success, sectional championships, conference championship, but did you beat the other one? Heck, they refer to each other as the school from the south and the school from the north. There's some Ohio State and Michigan to this rivalry as well. We'll take this quick timeout. When we come back, starting lineups, opening kickoff of, again, what has really turned into a de facto conference championship game. Tri-West and Danville. It comes your way next, presented by Endeavor Communications, right here on the ISC Sports Network.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click WeEndeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
Fall means football, and on the ISC, we've got you covered all season long. Catch our broadcast live on television on MyNDTV 23 and Comcast 81, as well as streaming on ISCSportsNetwork.com. With a subscription to ISC for only $4.99 a month, you get access to our entire library, viewable anytime, anywhere, on our website or on the ISC app. Don't miss a single broadcast. ISC Sports Network. Football lives here. Welcome back to Warrior Stadium and Hendricks Regional Health Field. Again, alongside Mark Newman, Greg Rakestraw with you. Thanks to Alec DeFord for the work on the aerial pictures before tonight's contest. This beautiful view of the neighborhood behind this great school complex that is here on the west side of Danville. Again, Danville checks in at 8-3-1 on the season. They have gone 5-0 in league play. They have just a conference match at Frankfort that will cap off their regular season next Wednesday. And Andy Colt's team has won their last 5 matches. One of the 3 losses for Danville this year was to last year's 1A champs and a favorite again this year in Heritage Christian. For the Bruins, who are 7-1-2, their only loss has come against Cathedral, and Mark Beringer's team now plays in the 3A level, so that's a quality loss, if you will, for Tri-West. As Mark alluded to, Tri-West checks in at number 7 of the 20 schools ranked in 2A girls soccer. As far as the Indiana Association of Soccer Coaches rankings are concerned, Danville is unranked. That would change with a victory in this matchup against Tri-West. Last year, these two teams had to navigate Central Catholic in their sectional. Central Catholic, who spent 1 year in 2A, bumped up from 1A after making back-to-back 1A state championship games. That is not the case this year for either of those two squads. Last year's Central Catholic team featured Carson Cherry, who is now a starter at the University of Louisville and who played for the Indy 11 women's side this summer. Mark, some final thoughts on keys this match before kickoff happens a few minutes from now.
Well, I think one of the keys is they're just going to have to deal with the conditions here. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful evening, but there's a bright, bright sun coming in from the west. So whoever's defending the goal, corner kicks from that side of the field, crosses from that side of the field, that's going to be an issue, at least in the early going of this game. And then I expect that there's going to be a lot of the end-to-end action. I think it's going to be pretty wide open. Covering the amount of real estate on a field of this size is going to be tough for both teams. So people have to be on their toes. They've got to be able to shift as a unit collectively within their shape, left to right, right to left, and be able to maintain that shape in order not to create goal-scoring opportunities for their opposition.
Well, let's acknowledge the fact that, again, this match was supposed to kick at 5:30. Storms rolled through that pushed it back to 6. Frankly, the heat considerations had pushed it back to 6 again. Now that the rain and the clouds have rolled through and we're kicking off a little bit later, hopefully more mild conditions. Let's quickly sneak aside for our national anthem. Back with the kickoff after this here on the ISC Sports Network.
Irritated by your internet provider? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eForce high-speed internet. Download speed? No problem. Download an HD movie in seconds with our remarkable gigabit speed. Endeavor not only provides the latest fiber optic technology, we're also here to help you use it. We also provide television, wireless, security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit WeEndeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, Your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
Want lightning-fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash. Stream videos at blazing speeds. And game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Leaps ahead, still on his feet. Stevens lunges. Are you kidding me?
Champions of Marion County.
Unbelievable. Touchdown.
Living up to that last name. Wabash has the lead for the first time today. Said that was going to be a highlight reel. Oh, baby.
Yeah, you can celebrate after that.
Thank our tremendous ISC Sports Network crew. Thank you to Alec DeFord, Wes Wolf, Rob Lynch, Alan Hughes, Vincent Morelez, and Jordan Shue, the guys behind the scenes that are making sure our signal gets to you on this Wednesday evening. Our second soccer match featuring these two high schools we brought to you on ISC. And we welcome our statewide audience watching us on Comcast 81 tonight. The next time our ISC Sports Network cameras will be here will be the final football game of the season when Danville plays host to Montgomery. That comes your way on October the 14th. We certainly hope that you join us then. Starters for Tri-West: Addie Melton, Emma Reed, Claire Donald, Abby Sam, Alex Jeter, Laura Wire, Sammy Windsor, Liv Malicote, Kylie Harton, Jalen Weinbrecht, and Danica James, the starting netminder. And while I don't know this for a fact, I see a first name of Danica. You live in the Indianapolis area. You put two and two together. Yes, we are now of that age where you will start seeing high school athletes named after one Danica Patrick. The starters for Danville: Maya French, Melina Ane, Sarah Oliver, Shelby Harvey, Julia Simon, Sylvie French, Raylan Heffley, Sydney Ruddert, and Sophie Willie is the starting netminder for Danville. Let's get Jamie Heffley in there as well for this Danville squad. I want to thank our friends at Endeavor Communications for making this possible, and the good folks at the Old Boys Soccer Club as well. And we'll play two 40-minute halves. No such thing as added time in terms of the end of each half. We'll go by the clock. It will count down. You'll see the referee signal to stop the clock when need be. Again, because this is a conference match, if we can't finish it in 80, we would go to an overtime. If overtime doesn't settle it, we would go to kicks. And just to repeat, that's basically how the conference championship was decided last year. This match went to kicks with both teams scoring a goal in regulation, no goals in overtime, and a 4-2 Tri-West win on penalties to take home the Sagamore Conference Championship a season ago. Tri-West in the white tops with the navy blue and gold trim shorts for today's match. The home crimson for the Warriors of Danville. It is a north-south field/pitch alignment, and it is worth noting that starting to see that wind start to come from the north, which means with that storm, the cold front may have blown through. Today's highs in the mid-90s. Tomorrow's high expected to be in the upper 60s. God bless living in Indiana during the month of September.
Beautiful footballing weather, as they say.
Whatever your football might be.
That's right.
So Danville will stand over this one. And we are ready to get this match delayed, or get this match started, albeit about 45 minutes delayed from when we had hoped to kick off, but we're just happy able to bring it to you here on the ISC Sports Network. It is Sylvie French, a freshman, one of 4 freshmen on the Danville varsity roster. She gets the starting nod in tonight's match. Good pressure applied by Maya French. And leading goal scorer with 9 on the season. Good looking build up here. That's Sylvie French who plays it in, rolls all the way through. Not cleared out of danger just yet. Sarah Oliver plays through contact at the edge of the 18. And now here comes Tri-West. Had it for a moment. Could not maintain possession. Good overlapping run here. Melina Ane again, another freshman.
Right off the bat, we're seeing Danville looking to use their flanks, try and stretch this Tri-West defense a little bit, try and create some pockets, some gaps in front of the goal area to free up the attacking players.
Hayden Heffley with the throw. Comes up from her left back position to try to launch the attack, and now that Tri-West has the ball, she will quickly retreat back to the midfield.
Tri-West very disciplined, maintaining their shape. Defenders staying back when they're not looking to get forward yet, not looking to get into attacking positions.
It was Emma Reed at the right back spot that has the ball at her feet once again. Hattie Melton, the player immediately in front of her. Didn't make the corresponding run that the holding midfielder thought she was going to, and Laurel Wire for Tri-West, and it's a giveaway by the Bruins. And both these teams know that postseason is 2 weeks away.
Tri-West doing a good job of keeping the ball on the floor, looking for feet.
It was Kylie Harden who had it at her feet for Tri-West last. Momentary giveaway that Danville's able to track down. Opening couple of moments this match, possession in favor of the Warriors so far. They're going to play a real estate ball here as Sylvie French tries to work her way around the Tri-West defender who almost took that ball across the byline. It was close, but it will be a throw-in coming here next to the corner flag for the Warriors.
Danville doing a good job of putting Tri-West on their heels. These are two teams looking to get a little bit more familiar with one another, but Danville to this point really dominating possession of the ball, able to get into that Tri-West defensive third.
Throw-in coming here for the Bruins. That's the touch from midfield, a bit of an errant one. It's from Sarah Oliver, a sophomore. Again, Danville is good now. They're not wanting to wait until next year. However, tremendously bright future for this Danville program. A lot of freshmen and sophomores in key spots for this team.
Tri-West recycling the ball here, trying to mount some attack, getting in the ball in the midfield finally. That's a good bit of possession here. This has been their best sequence so far in this early going, finding open feet, moving the ball carefully forward.
Harden had to fight through 2 defenders and couldn't maintain possession, but Laurel Wire able to track it back down for the Bruins. And if there's ever a doubt if that ball is played for you, go get it. Jalen Weinbrecht kind of held up thinking that was in it for somebody else. The answer in your mind, it's always for you.
That's right.
Good read by Danville. Here's an opportunity. Thought you might see a hit from distance there. That would have been from Ane, the freshman. Elected not to.
Use your body, protect the body. So one of the things I want to start seeing from these players, they start lifting their heads up, scanning the field, identifying open players, figuring out who's on their back, who's on their shoulder, so that they could get into a free position with the ball to make something happen.
Ball sent in. Again, turf bounce can be a problem, and it finds the side netting. Goal for Danville.
That's one of the things about turf. I mean, some of the unexpected bounces, just the solidness of the surface beat the goalkeeper over her head.
And again, both of these teams play on turf on a regular basis, so you got to get used to this. And that is Harvey that gets the happy home court bounce. Shelby Harvey gets the goal. We documented her number of assists with 5 and 7 matches. I guarantee you she was thinking assist when she hit that,
yeah.
But she'll take the goal on the home side up by 1, 4.5 minutes in.
That's a situation where, I mean, just a little goalkeeping lesson, really crucial. Goalkeepers often, you got to have great hands, got to have great hands. The best goalkeepers have the best feet. They're able to move, be mobile in the goal area, getting back to be able to cover that kind of a spot.
It's also why, if you're going to make a mistake, make it a mistake of aggression. As a goalkeeper, go get the ball.
Yep.
Don't wait on that bounce. Go get it.
That's right.
Ball sent in. Took a turn off a Tri-West defender. Danville continue to apply the pressure. This is Maya French.
Pick it up. Here we go.
Not exactly a rocket that time, hit by Sylvie French. James on the restart.
Head up, head up. Good ball. Oh, a little too heavy. Right idea.
First real opportunity for Tri-West to have a spell of possession past the midfield stripe.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I mean, Malakote, sort of that no-look pass to the left, looking to thread that needle.
It'll work for a little ball retrieval here. Reason for the momentary delay. Danville already has a sub awaiting. Normally I say by the fourth official, but in high school soccer we play with 3. So awaiting by the camera position of Wes Wolf at the midfield stripe. Another potential giveaway by Tri-West.
Get it down. Here we go. Nice little one-touch, moving the ball around. You know, just a little lesson there too. I mean, what you saw with just that trio of one-touch passes, it threw Danville off. They weren't able to get into their defensive push positioning, and as a result, Tri-West doing a nice job of maintaining possession of the ball. Move
Contact, we play through. Ball quickly goes back to Danville. That was Maya French. It was slow to get up after that midfield collision.
Good.
A great turn by Ane. And frankly, this is a Danville team that is so young. I would think a way to try to play against them is to be the more physical team because they're playing so many technically skilled, clearly, but freshmen and sophomores.
Both teams doing a really nice job of establishing triangles, creating a situation where 3v1s are taking place all over the field, able to advance the ball systematically forward.
French and Oliver combining. Ane again got in the middle of that one. Wire in the middle of the field.
Now let's get it the other way. A lot of activity over here on this side, the west side of the field, getting it the other way. Good thought.
Mistake here, opportunity here.
Got to capitalize.
That was Harvey trying to pounce on that one. Able to sweep it away in a moment was Alex Jeter for Tri-West. So substitution here. As you mentioned, Ava Walls had been waiting to enter for the Warriors.
You
She
saw
will come in
Claire,
to replace Jamie Heffley.
sorry, you saw Claire Donald being vocal there, trying to draw her midfielders back, create passing lanes in order to advance the ball. Give it, good.
Just a little bit of space here, which has been rare for Tri-West. This game has been won in the midfield by Danville. You're Dustin Malakote. That's the voice that you hear, the head coach for Tri-West. Again, ball bouncing off the turf, benefiting the home team.
Good, now let's move. Get numbers and counter. Oh, nice. Splits those two defenders, but she has no one.
Only problem is that was 1v4.
Yeah.
That was Abby Sam that we spent a good amount of time talking about in the pre-match build-up, but there really hasn't been a shred of possession yet for Tri-West.
No, and
within 40 yards of that of the Danville goal.
Yeah, you know, I like the connectivity that we're seeing between the backs and the midfield, but your point is spot on. I mean, we're not seeing anything happening in that attacking third. The attackers need to come back, get the ball, and maybe even decoy for midfielders to get through, just to generate numbers, to get some extra people into the attack so that they could release the ball.
Good real estate ball here. And again, this time, we mentioned the keeper earlier. He made a mistake by just kind of watching that ball bounce, and then knowing she was in a tough spot that time, James went out and got it. Good read by the junior goalkeeper for the Bruins. That's not a foul. That was simply French stepping on the ball and slipping. Player down for Tri-West.
And counter. Here we go. Get numbers forward.
And now that Tri-West has possession, now we'll stop.
Yep.
So the injured player is Addie Melton. And again, happened right in front of us, and as you can tell, one player slips, and then Maya French, unfortunately, just kind of rolled up the ankle of Melton on that play.
Yeah, I saw her foot come out from underneath her. It's unfortunate, but you know, one of those things that happen in this game.
A reminder that the ball is round, and when you step on it, that can happen from time to time. So restart coming. Clock was stopped momentarily, just past the 30-minute mark, in terms of 30 left to go in the half.
Here we go.
Good touch.
Got to get forward, push forward.
Good hustle over by Sydney Rodert, a junior for Danville, to sweep that ball away from Jalen Weinbrecht. We mentioned so many young players playing for Danville. Weinbrecht, a freshman as well for this Tri-West team. If the referee doesn't call it, that's a great shoulder-to-shoulder that time by Liv Malakote. Ball sent in.
She's on.
Deemed to be onside.
Good job by the goalkeeper playing off of her line.
Same thing about the shoulder-to-shoulder. If the linesman doesn't say you're off, then you're not off.
That's right. But this is a nice job of goalkeeper sort of cheating off of her line, being forward enough so she doesn't really have to strain to pick up that ball.
And on the flip side, when we talk about youth on both sides, Sophie really is not. Sophie is a senior, and so that's experience in a key place where you need it if you're Danville.
Exactly. Can she get around the corner here? Oh.
Run for Kylie Harden that time for Tri-West. Good hold-up play. Better read by Danville, just to knock that ball back to their bench.
Now here's a real opportunity for Tri-West. Take this ball and try and generate some offense out of it. They've got numbers forward. That's it. One more. Let's swing it, get it to the other side. Good job. And take up the space. Draw this defender. Good. So drawing that defender frees up some of those pockets and allows midfielders to receive the ball a little bit more cleanly.
Pressure applied by Wire. The ball takes a wicked hop off the turf. Just kept it at the feet of a Tri-West player.
Good. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Danville being placed on their heels a little bit right now. Tri-West seems to be having a little bit more of the ball at the moment. And I attribute it to the fact that there seems to be a greater sense of urgency among the Tri-West players, doing a nice job receiving the ball, turning one touch, playing it off to a teammate.
Finally, Tri-West starting to establish a foothold in this game. Maybe Sam will track it down, and again, had a good move going.
Good. Oh.
Couldn't track down the ball.
Got to get back. Now we got to get numbers behind the ball. Danville's got to track and get behind or get forward.
Good run going by Harvey, showing off her speed. And that'll be a throw in coming again. Contact was made, but not enough to gain an advantage, says the team in green tonight.
Too far apart, okay? Play back to goal, be stronger.
Again, you hear the coaching for the Tri-West bench. That's what you hear in your ear.
Good head ups here. Turn her head over her shoulder, scanning, trying to find the free player.
Ball played forward by Raylan Heffley. Again, it's Harvey looking to make the turn. Good looking ball here, and keeper makes the play, but on that ball alone, you can see why Harvey has 5 assists and now her 8th match play to the season.
And got to give a lot of credit to James there too. I mean, playing aggressive, coming off of her line, cutting out these crosses so it doesn't turn into something more dangerous.
Harden.
Give it, give it, give it.
Trying to find Sam.
Right idea.
Played it just a bit behind Weinbrecht. By the way, you'll notice that my partner will coach both teams simultaneously during the course of the match. Right idea, but again, defender didn't clear that the way she had hoped to. But eventually out of the path of Weinbrecht and back to at least attempt to get it to Harvey in midfield.
Come on, man.
So 15 minutes in. Harvey's long distance goal from, you wouldn't say the edge of the 18, really from almost the edge of the touch line is what has given Danville the lead in the match so far. Abby Sam will have a seat. Coming in to replace her, Bailey Hilton, 5'4" junior.
Step in there. Good job by Danville. You know, Melina Ani using her body to sort of shield that ball, maintain possession, holding off the Tri-West player.
And Marie with the throw in. Nice flick. I don't think he's going to be able to get there in time, but you love the thought, you love the idea.
Yeah.
And it's just been in the combinations, if you will, where Danville has been stronger today.
Yeah, and I mean we're seeing combination play out of both groups, doing a nice job. Both teams maintaining possession, but where you're seeing a difference is in Danville's ability to make that penetrating pass. I don't know to the extent that they have a real target in mind, but they're playing the ball through, and they've got superior speed, so they're able to run onto it.
By the way, Hallie Walker is in for Danville. Right idea to play that ball back to Willie. Knew exactly where she was. Couldn't touch her with her hands. She was past the 18-yard box. That was Ava Walls that played it back to her senior goalkeeper.
Head up, head up.
That's
good.
Simon in the midfield.
One more.
To French.
Nice, and now she's got it. Well, tough first touch there. Receives that ball, keeps it close to her body. She picks up her head. She's able to turn and burn.
Ball skips past the defender, which also kept the attacker in onside. That's Harden. Harden works around one defender, tries to send it in, and wisely done by Danville. Just blast that one towards the stands, and all smiles is Rodered, as she should be, for the effort she put forth to squelch that Tri-West opportunity. But then a foul outside of the 18 is called against Hayden Heffley. And now a restart in a very dangerous position coming up for Tri-West.
Yeah, real dangerous spot. Let's see how Tri-West sets up for this. But the way this is shaping up, it looks like this is going to be a ball into the back corner of the 18, between the 6 and the 18.
Send it right to the kind of a spot, if you will. And if that ball falls at the feet of a Tri-West player, Danville's in trouble.
Get around her. Get around her. Nope.
Here's Maya French. Could not work around Emma Reed. Now Wire will look to bring the ball forward. Knocked off by the defender, and Ane for Danville. Approaching the midway point of half number one. In the possession has certainly balanced out, but still the more threatening moments belong to the home team.
Good job. Now get it down and get it out to the flank. Use that right flank.
A little too direct on that touch that time by Walker. Hilton knocks it forward.
Nice job. Way to get it out. I give credit to both of these teams being able to keep the ball on the floor, finding players' feet, maintaining possession. They're successful at stringing together a couple passes, a few passes in sequence, and it makes for some attractive-looking soccer.
Headed up by French.
Good.
Cheater.
Head up, head up.
Wire thought a player would be there, and she wasn't.
Yeah, so she's playing patterns as opposed to looking up, scanning, finding out who's over her shoulder and where her free teammate is to lay that ball off to.
But when you play patterns, you play quicker.
Yep.
It's just a matter, you have to have that connectivity.
And so at halftime, what I'm talking about with my team on both sides of the ball, but I'm seeing it primarily now in Tri-West, is the crispness of the ball that you're playing to a teammate. Laying off some soft balls, they're getting to the right spot, but they're getting there late.
Great run by Harden. Hilton sends it in, and
let it run.
Nobody was there. Player closest to it was Malakote for Tri-West. And a goal kick coming. How do you rate that as far as keeper gear goes? Is that something you would rock back in your day at North Central or UMass?
No, you know, the vertical stripes were a little bit more prevalent back then than the horizontal.
It was more rugby polo.
Yeah.
That you would have gone with if you had worn that back in the day.
That's right. I think, you know, but I do like the Duran Duran haircut. That's from my day.
My partner would know much more about hair than I would, so I'll defer to Mark on all things involving the follicles. Good turn here. That's Claire Donald. Donald with a run going. Knocks it forward, right idea, just a bit too strong. Malicote tracks it down, keeps it in play, and plays it off a defender. So a corner coming for Tri-West here at the midway point of half number 1.
It's always interesting to see what the first corner for a team brings, how they think about using this, because it really becomes a crucial score-creating opportunity.
Abby Sam back in for Tri-West. Harvey back in for Danville. 5 in the box here for Tri-West.
Looks like a big ball coming in, probably going to the back post.
Driven. Got to a Tri-West player, but really couldn't get a boot to it. Malicote will track it back down. Here's Donald. Donald. I hit the referee, yep.
Get it away.
Which means this is going to be a restart in a real interesting position. Drop ball, and again, that's a live ball. When you do that, you've got to be right, which is why you saw the center back kind of wave and say, hey, get behind me, get behind the ball. And Danville was kind of slow to react to that, but didn't come back to haunt him. That's great awareness. I think that was Rodert that was saying, hey, quickly, let's go. Because that inadvertent touch turned it almost a free kick at the edge of the 18, the way that played out.
Right.
Harvey now playing the left side. We saw her mainly on the right earlier. She's got space.
Did a nice job bringing that ball down.
Just weighted that ball a bit too strong to find Walker.
Yeah. Moving the ball with a little bit more urgency than we saw earlier in the game. I think that's some of why we're seeing some of the possession tilt toward Tri-West at the moment.
Handball called against Danville. I think if you restart quickly, maybe you can catch other team napping.
Right.
That seemed to be too quick because the restart actually needed to be done a bit further. You've got two options. Either you have time to let your teammates get set and turn almost like a corner, or you try to catch the defense napping and hit it quickly. Now, neither of those will kind of take place. In today's game, presented by Endeavor Communications, they offer a variety of internet speeds that fit your family or business needs. Surf the internet faster than ever before with speeds up to a gig. WeEndeavor.com has more information. And Rodert has been a magnet for Danville today. She plays that ball off to the side.
Good. Good.
Well, just past the feet of Malicote, but at the edge of the 18, opportunity here.
Give it back, drop the ball.
Hilton tried to settle. Now Wire finds Sam, but just as quickly swept away by Danville. Thought you might see a hit there from distance. That was just kind of steered back in, but then the ball hits the extended arm of Laurel Wire, and the opportunity goes by the wayside for Tri-West. Pair of players wait to
get it down.
Re-enter if given the opportunity. Again, the bouncing ball to turf favors the home side. Here's Harvey trying to get it back to that right foot.
Use your body, use your body.
There will be a throw-in coming. By the way, let's note that Addie Melton, who we saw leave the game with a lower leg injury, she's kind of being checked out by the trainer for Danville. Looks like Addie might be talking her way back into the match at some point in time, and she's heading the midfield stripe as we speak. French couldn't win that battle for it. Now Sam has some space to work with.
Come back for it. Good.
Hilton had it knocked away. And the midfield battle won by Danville, and Harvey able to track it down.
Head up, head up. So that's perfect example. So in that situation, you see that Simon with her head down, she was able to be closed down by two players. It's so crucial to have your head up so you can see what's around you in order to get the ball off to another player.
Harden draws the eyes of three defenders. And Sam
holding her off. Good job of using her body.
Now Donald will join the attack. Right idea here for Tri-West, but just have not had that right touch around the 18 just yet.
No, and you know, you've got Danville who's dropping so many behind the ball. When it does turn over, they're so stretched up front that it's hard for them to make that connecting pass to get into a dangerous
Players
spot.
on side here have a hit. Goes up and over the bar. By far the best chance for Malakote. Lifted it up and over the frame. First real threatening moment of the match for the Bruins.
Yeah, I mean, this is the Bruins knocking on the door. I mean, they've been sort of getting up to the spot, finally gotten one in the direction of the goal. I mean, things are starting to open up for them a little bit.
Willie never moved because she knew she was beat. If that ball dips down, nothing she
She's
can do
done
about it.
Yep. Get it down, good now. You can see Tri-West really wanting to use those flanks, exploit those wide areas now, trying to get the ball forward, whereas before they maintained such discipline in their shape, players not moving out of their lines, things are starting to loosen up a little bit more, and we're seeing more attacking coming from it.
That was a couple inches away from being awfully juicy there for Tri-West.
Here we go. This is a great ball played in, really taking advantage of playing angled balls as opposed to direct ones.
Thought Wire would give it a hit.
Well, yeah, you know, you've said that a few times. They should be taking more shots from outside. They need to be able to draw those Danville defenders out, try and open up some space around the top of the 18 in order to get shots on goal.
Ball takes a turn off a Tri-West defender. Willie quickly out to it. Yeah, both these teams at time have been reticent just to kind of let it fly.
Yep. That's it. Some urgency now. Get the ball forward. Good turn over the shoulder there.
Paige Halford awaits to sub in for Tri-West when given the opportunity.
I like that. I mean, you saw in that instance Laura Wire really trying to orchestrate something.
Great ball to find Maya French.
Beautiful ball. We need numbers. Head up, but you got to wait for your numbers.
Gets around a defender, plays it across, and Jeter was there for Tri-West.
They got there, but the runs, they've got to really get on their bikes and try and get to those spots earlier.
But now because Danville had thrown some numbers forward, now an opportunity here.
Well, we said at the beginning of the game, end-to-end action. I mean, we're starting to see things really open up for both teams, getting at each other's goals a little bit.
It will be a throw-in coming for Tri-West. That was off the Danville defender. I think now our referee says, nope, that's he had a better view of it than the AR, who was probably 40 yards away.
Get forward, push things forward. Got to get white shirts on the other side of that 40.
So Halford will enter for Tri-West.
It's covered. It's got Vaseline on it, so it won't bleed. Yep.
So Sam will head to the bench. Danville, too, has a player by the midfield stripe if given the opportunity to sub in. And Willie a little bit late to read it, but there was not a Tri-West player anywhere nearby. By the way, for Danville, Michaela Cox is the player that hopes to enter this match when given the opportunity. Good run going for Sylvie French.
Good overlapping run taking shape here.
And again, Willie went to yard 17 of the 18-yard box and made the play. Sometimes when you have microphones so close to the team benches, we can just lay out and let them add the color commentary.
That's right.
Finding myself nodding in agreement with what the coach is saying on the Tri-West bench. That ball will trickle across the touchline for a throw-in coming here for the Bruins.
It's an opportune spot.
Now Harden weaves around one defender.
Good feet. Oh my gosh.
Beats a second. Tries to get by a third. And that's a goal. Harden, her 9th goal of the season.
Beating 3 defenders and threading the needle to the far post.
And we are tied at 1. Let's say if you beat, that was against the run of play, but Tri-West clearly has been growing into the match. They have leveled here late in the first half.
Great little ball. You're seeing using both her left and her right feet, just weaving through these players and finding the far post just inside that side netting.
That was like watching slalom skiing in the Olympics, watching her weave her way through traffic and get a toe poke to it.
That was really pretty.
So level at 1. Harvey the target here.
Got to get some width. Everything very compact. Actually, Tri-West doing a good job of creating a shell around the Danville players. But Danville has got to force that ball to the wide areas when they've been effective, when they've successfully gotten through the Tri-West defense. It's by using the flank play. There we go.
Ball gets around the defender.
Opportune ball getting through.
Harvey able to track it down. Sends it in, but couldn't find her teammate.
Stymied here. Get it back and cycle it around to the other side. Cycle it to the other side. Good. Now go at her.
For Tri-West, that's Jalen Weinbrecht. Takeaway in the midfield by Danville. If they can find Harvey, she had a lane, but midfielder had never looked that direction. Defender steps up and puts a dime to Harvey, but she is deemed to be offsides.
I like the patience that I'm seeing in Tri-West. They're building, possessing the ball. You know, Danville is emerging as more of a counter-attacking team, receiving the ball, turning, and trying to find through balls into space like this. So you've got two contrasting styles here, which is kind of fun to see.
Harvey was the player chasing it, Claire Donald. Able to track it down for the Bruins and play it sideways. Approaching 6 minutes left to go here before we get to halftime.
Good, one more. Oh.
Good recovery by Wire. And then Wire is fouled. Restart, a quick one for Tri-West. And wrote it again. Just blast away. Abby Sam will come back in. She has been in and out of the contest here in the first half. The goal scorer in Harden will get a brief respite. Senior now with 9 goals and 15 assists on the year.
That's a heck of a scoreline.
That's in her 11th match of the year.
Yeah.
This Tri-West team has a heck of a finishing kick. They're pretty much done with practice for a while. They will play Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday.
Oh boy.
To finish the season.
Handball.
Yep. Malakote, the guilty party.
I liked how she came in, though, to control that ball. And it just popped up. That's too bad.
Rodert will blast this one forward. Good recovery by Danville to win it back in the midfield.
Yeah, Danville defensively doing a nice job of getting behind the ball, dogging these Tri-West attackers and winning the ball away.
And Sylvie French couldn't find a teammate. We mentioned the fact that Harden would get a quick break. She might have been on the bench for a minute. And you can do that at this level. You get to college. Once you're out for the first half, you're done for the first half.
Yep.
And it is more unlimited substitutions once you get to half number 2.
Yeah.
And it is a warmer night, but the rain coming through earlier and the 30-minute delay have made it much cooler. And frankly, the fact that the shadows are creeping over the field also helps keep that turf cool in this scenario as well. We had a ball exit the track. That's the reason for the momentary delay.
And I think we have a camera that might have shattered on the track, unfortunately.
Thankfully, not one of our cameras.
That's right. Another handball. Missed that one.
Throw it coming here for the Bruins. Taken by Savannah Spencer. First time we have called her name. She entered as a sub a few minutes ago. That seemed to be a foul against Tri-West. Yeah, I think Rodert has played some goalkeeper, given the way she spins that ball out every time on a restart like that.
Yep.
Harvey on the throw. Tries to find French in stride.
Good.
Good work here by Tri-West. Malakote.
That's a nice ball there.
Puts to a spot, hopes a teammate can get there. Ball takes a turn.
Great job.
Willie will watch it trickle by without much of a need to put a finger on it.
Yeah, Sam lost a little bit of her pace there, unfortunately, but she was making that run as the ball was bending in. If she would have found that extra little bit, she could have gotten an outside of her foot on it and maybe a shot.
And Rodert hit that and just overcooked it. An unnecessary giveaway here for Danville.
Head up, that's it. Go at the defender, open up some space.
Beat one player, not a second. French weaving through traffic, and now Harvey with one touch avoids the defender.
Opportunity for a counter moment for Danville.
It's 4v4 here for Danville. Harvey took just enough time to allow Spencer to get back into play. But French weaves her way around a player, gives it a hit.
Oh, wow.
And didn't miss it by much. We had said, hey, maybe you need to be more aggressive on letting it fly. She says, all right, here's one from 30 yards out. Give it a go. And missed it by maybe a foot or two.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Danville is figuring out a little bit that that third dimension, that upper level of the goal area might be a spot that they should be targeting with their shots.
Throw-in coming for Danville. And clock is on your screen, so the Warriors as much playing the clock as they are the Bruins here in the closing seconds of the half.
One more chance here, perhaps, for Danville.
Knock back to midfield. Warriors recover.
Good job. Quickly, with some urgency, take some space here.
Harvey takes
Good
a touch.
turn.
She gives it a blast from distance, and Candy hop that time for Danica James. James restarts around Harvey. Harden working quickly. She'll hear the countdown from our public address announcer.
Get it down.
If you're Danville, just hit that ball to the stands. Yep. That's it, and that's all for half number one. Danville the better of it early. Tri-West the better of it late. Fittingly 1-1 here at the break.
Yeah, I think the team with some of the stronger technical ability came through in the second part of that first half. Tri-West clearly getting more of the ball, more opportunities at goal. The distinction that we made about midway through the half where we were talking about a counter-attacking team versus a possession team, that really became evident, I thought, in these last 5 to 7 minutes with Tri-West continuing to just dominate possession of the ball.
We'll take this quick time out. We'll come back with our halftime show as you're watching Sagamore Conference Girls High School Soccer, the Battle of State Road 39. It is Danville 1 and Tri-West 1, and you're watching here on the ISC Sports Network.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications, technology for real people.
Fall means football, and on the ISC, we've got you covered all season long. Catch our broadcast live on television on MyNDTV 23 and Comcast 81, as well as streaming on ISCSportsNetwork.com. With a subscription to ISC for only $4.99 a month, you get access to our entire library, viewable anytime, anywhere, on our website or on the ISC app. Don't miss a single broadcast. ISC Sports Network. Football lives here. The ISC Sports Network is your home for sports content across the Hoosier State. Find us live on TV and streaming or archived on our website and our app. The ISC is your one-stop shop for the content you want to see, including high school sports, college sports, and other great events throughout the year. Subscribe to our streaming service and get access to it all. ISC. Local lives here.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click weendeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
Back in Danville, Greg Rexstraw, Mark Newman with you. Warrior Stadium, the site of tonight's contest. 1-1 between Tri-West and Danville. Here in girls soccer with the Sagamore Conference Championship likely on the line. Our halftime show brought to us by Endeavor Communications. Business phone solutions with Endeavor Communications. More than a phone system, Endeavor offers a hosted unified communication solution that gives businesses the ability to be accessible anytime, anywhere, on any device. Find out more at weendeavor.com. Mark, overall, your thoughts on half number one?
Well, I thought that Danville did a really nice job, particularly in the early going defensively. I like the way that Rodert has managed the defense back there, really taking charge of her back four and really doing an exceptional job of playing off of her line, coming up and picking up the pieces of balls may have slipped through. As time wore on in the half, Tri-West figured Danville out a little bit. They maintained possession, really getting into some dangerous spots with numbers in the attacking third. And I think that's some of the reason why we've got a tie score at the moment. The goal that was scored was a beautiful one for that Tri-West team.
What tactical changes, if any, are expected to see in here in half number 2?
Well, so I feel like I'm focusing a lot on Danville right now, and primarily because Tri-West has been taking more of the possession of the ball as the game progressed. But from the Danville point of view, they were most effective when they got the ball out to the flanks and really tried to exploit the wide areas of the field. So that's what I would go back to if I was talking to the Danville team. On the Tri-West side of the team, it appears to me that there is some greater technical ability among the Tri-West players. Their possession has been exceptional. The thing that's hurt them, though, is that they've not been playing with a real sense of urgency. They receive the ball, turn with not too much pace, and then release the ball. I'd like to see some greater urgency. I can see another goal, another 2, maybe 3 goals out of this Tri-West team if they tried to move the ball with a little bit more urgency.
The goal by Shelby Harvey was her second of the season, and this just the 8th match she has played.